Let's check it out. The story of Pikamee. Let's go. Bye, you man. You did? Oh, good.
So many times, but I just.
Oh.
In
The first take is
2020,
really
there was
big.
2 driving forces in the
Fire.
VTuber space responsible of bringing the VTuber world to the West.
Okay.
Firstly, HoloLive's Coco, who essentially
07.
persuaded Cover Corp to start an EN branch.
Really?
And once HoloLive did, the
Big
VTuber
07.
agency world changed forever. Secondly, we had Pikamee, who went the indie route and through her seamless ability of entertaining the audience with both
Another
Japanese and
07.
English, droves of people got introduced to VTubers and VTube culture. Pikamee's journey was fascinating. On paper, she didn't have anything that stood out. She didn't have great singing skills like Suisei, didn't have god-tier drawing skills like Ina, and really didn't break any Twitch charity records like Iron Mouse.
Shout out to Iron Mouse,
I didn't
man.
understand Pika's
Clean.
ability to stay relevant for so long, so I decided to do a deep dive into her tea kettle world.
Okay.
Flaming hot kettle in your area.
Bruh, what the hell?
Firstly, we need to talk about her origin story and her falling into the VTuber rabbit hole.
Okay.
I used to listen to Daddy-san's music a lot, and one day he posted on Twitter that says he's looking for the VTuber. So
Okay.
I was like, what is VTuber? And I started looking for it. So that's the beginning of my
There it
VTuber
is.
journey.
So
Hey.
Pikamee naturally came across VTubing. She didn't pursue it to become famous one day or wanting to get something from it.
She
She
just tried
started
it.
to pursue VTubing to address something we all humans struggle with, and that's loneliness. Especially at the peak of COVID-19, loneliness devastated whole communities, and collectively, as humans, we were suffering mentally. So it came to no surprise that this gremlin, who has a name inspired after a famous rodent,
So VTubing really blew up during the pandemic. That's damn.
and has a tea kettle laugh, won the hearts of millions. It is the ongoing trend you see with Pika, where she wants people
Female
to forget
ward.
about the hard struggles in life,
Female,
and for
let's
that
go.
brief 2 or 3 hours you tune into her stream, you have fun.
Hello, I'm Pikamee. Welcome to my stream. Yay! Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
But what I really think
Nice.
radiates about Pikamee's journey is her overcoming her tough background. Growing
Okay.
up, she split time between living in the US and Japan. She spent 3 years in
Oh.
Texas, but moved to Japan.
hell
in high
yeah,
school.
brother!
I would say it was this high school experience of being
That's
a
what I
half
like to
of-
hear.
half American, half Japanese that really impacted her outlook in life. Firstly, she didn't know any Japanese when she arrived in Japan.
Actually, when I just came to virtual Japan, I couldn't speak Japanese at all.
That's crazy because she struggle with speaking English sometimes? So she went from knowing English, not knowing Japanese, to knowing Japanese and forgetting, I guess because she didn't really use it that much. That's crazy.
Everybody in class speaks Japanese, so my teacher.
Yeah, how does that work as a kid
gave me
in Japan
extra
and you don't speak
class
Japanese?
Just for me.
Damn,
so
extra
after
class.
school, I kind of
Shit,
stay
fuck
at the
that.
classroom longer, and I can
With double
learn
as-
more about
double taxes.
Japanese like
Shit.
that. Then I started to
Taxes, what's that?
memorizing
Don't pay them.
Japanese. And also, I told my mom to stop talking to me in English because I want to learn Japanese like that.
Wait,
It was through the
what?
sheer will
Holy
and
shit.
determination that helped her get by in high school.
Yeah,
But her struggles
forced
didn't
it.
end there. Because she was a hafu, she had to explain
hafu.
why her hair and eye color was different from everyone else.
Some school has like a strict rules about
I hope
the
that
hair
shit
color
changes
and those kind of
soon
stuff.
in
And
Japan.
sometimes your hair color is not that like a pure black like with other Japanese people. So they're going to assume that you have dyed your hair or something like that, or your eye color looks different, so you have been did something for that like that. So
Contacts.
sometimes you have to explain that is like a natural thing for you. It kind of like ridiculous, but it's a thing
mean-
for you will
In a country where everybody looks very similar, you're gonna stand out if you just look even a little bit different, like your hair color. So it makes sense. Not every place is like America or Canada or like every other country that has a whole bunch of different people in it. There are still countries where the majority is the people that were born there. It makes sense.
Through it. It's so.
I'm sure if I walk down the street in India, people are gonna be like, "Oh, the guy's black. Like, what is he doing here?"
Homegirl's mom, deadass, had to come all the way to her school and break down how genetic variation worked with Pika's teachers.
My mom.
Oh, that is pretty dumb.
About
but
it. Like,
I mean,
she's born this way, and it's her natural color, or this kind of stuff. But even though some student will think that it's not fair, that I'm the one who gets that bright hair color, and they don't.
I mean, shit.
Yeah, genetics,
being a high
baby.
schooler is tough enough, but imagine your teacher randomly coming up to you and going like, "Bitch, why are your eyes blue? You a Yankee or something?" Nah, bitch. It's called genetics.
You know what? Growing up in an all-white fucking school, you get used to it.
Despite this,
Yeah, you get used to the bullshit. Oh, you play basketball. Oh, you're tall. Like, oh, you do sports. Oh, you're black. You know how to rap, right? Like, you just get used to this shit, man. Like, it's not surprising. Even teachers be like, "Oh, are you like?" If you've seen Everybody Hates Chris, that's like Chris being in an all-white school is literally that was my fucking life, bro. That was my fucking life.
annoyance from this NPC behavior, Pika ultimately decided to fit into Japanese society.
So I guess I was trying my best to like fit into everybody. Try to dress.
Never
up
seen
like,
them before late middle school.
Japanese
Yeah.
People. I even
Yeah,
got,
and and it's not even, I don't even see it as a bad thing. It just is what it is. Like people that were born in some countries in the United States, they haven't seen a black person like in the flesh. They've seen them like on TV or in music or sports or some shit. Like even when I was in the military, like people were like, "Oh, like you're the first black person I've ever met in real life." Like, and I'm like, "Really? You've never met another black person before?" It's like, yeah, like where I'm from, there's none. So even in the United States, there are some places where it's just a whole bunch of like. Let's just keep it real. It's just a whole bunch of white people. And there's some places with a whole bunch of black people, but even then, black people are the minority anyway. So, like, when we leave that area, we're going to see other fucking people. So.
my hair black, and I remember I got a colored contact lens and put it into my
You're a
eyeballs,
delinquent.
so that way the eye color looks like a
They'll change. Japan is one of those countries that need to change. Like, same with Korea. They need to have people come into their country because they're suffering from a lack of births from their own people, so they have to let people in or they will die. So don't get used to it in the next like century or so,
because the people expected her to act in a certain way.
And also, a lot of people assume, because I'm American and Japanese, people assume I'm really like a social butterfly, I'm a party animal.
Why?
This kind of stuff.
Oh, in the school?
I do hate people saying like, you're half American, but you sounds really quiet like that.
You're black. You play basketball, right?
Like someone else's.
Through these tough experiences,
yeah,
Pika
and like real shit, it is tough because it makes you start second guessing yourself. Like, oh, like, am I not living up to like the standard? But it's not a standard; it's a stereotype. So I get where Pikamee's coming from. It's like, oh, you're American. Why aren't you loud? And that might make her think, oh, like, am I supposed to be loud since I'm part American? But like, yeah, it's just a stereotype.
Empathy and got more confidence in herself as a person. But apart from her crazy Hafu experiences, I truly believe that Pika's past part-time job experiences also led to her to develop a very unique personality.
It'll change with time.
Working at various places like Subway,
and Taco Bell. They have Taco Bell in Japan.
There was that one incident of you crashing a car.
She crashed a car?
It led to many funny scenarios.
Holy shit.
There was a time where she applied to a restaurant in America.
This is Oni's old model. I only know it's Oni because of the horns, bro. I didn't even recognize who this was until I saw the horns. That's crazy.
And at that time, she forgot a lot of English. So during the job interview for this part-time job, the interviewer asked her, "Have you ever got fired?" Pika heard something else entirely different.
I thought she said, "Have you ever got hired?" So I was like, yeah, of course, like that.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Okay.
And let's not forget about the time Homegirl embraced her inner GTA and crashed a car during her job.
Stereotype. It's a stereotype. It's not the same level, but it's a stereotype.
Part-time job.
You wear glasses, you're a nerd. You're smart.
When she barely had any driving experience.
Damn.
So
I can see by looking at this Euro Truck Simulator.
She had to move cars from different rental car locations in a certain time limit. So what ended up happening was she got
That's a good
possessed by
paying
the ghost
job.
of Zoro, and she found herself in some random ass parking lot.
But I have to like turn around and like facing the other way and have to get out there.
You have to back up.
Crony forgot. Crony's
But it was
part
the
Japanese,
entrance
or
of
she's
the other
Japanese.
employee trying to come to their company, and then they facing the, like a totally opposite Pika's car. But I was in a rush, but I didn't know what to do, and I was freaking out. And I was like, "What do I need to do? Let me out! Like, let me out!"
She eventually got out, but while doing so, she made a huge scratch on
Holy
the car.
shit!
Pika is able to bring up these stories for our
I thought Annie was a
but
bad driver.
It reveals something bigger. People who persevere through tough upbringings create the most interesting people.
True.
Like, if Pika grew up in the plush suburbs,
West
was
Philadelphia,
never
born and
discriminated
raised.
against, and never worked a part-time job, honestly, her personality will be as bland as your mama's Thanksgiving turkey.
Well,
With champ-
I mean, maybe, but I mean, some people grow up in like shitty ass hostile environments and go through bullshit and they still have a boring personality. So I don't even think that really holds up. Pikamee is who she is through her, you know, her encounters through life. But I feel like even if she didn't go through those encounters, she would still be who she is. Like, you get your personality just like, how do you get a personality? Like, from being you? I don't think you can. You know, that's a good ass question because I'm not too sure, and I don't want to sit here and say some bullshit. But I think Pikamee would still be who she is to a degree, even if she didn't, you know, go through that BS.
Championing her past, Pika created this concoction of amazing traits. Firstly, she has a freaking wholesome personality. She's always saying things to the audience and makes the viewer feel welcomed. Combine this with her ability of creating overwhelming entertaining moments.
Whoa!
Ho!
Whoa!
How?
Whoa!
Let's kill the hoe.
Oh,
Let's kill the hoe.
And let's not forget about the legendary
Hey,
collabs
yo.
with some A-list VTubers.
Hey, is that a bird?
What? Where? What?
strike.
And I do want to capitalize on this points because Pika did mention in the past that she struggled with social anxiety.
But the problem is I have a social anxiety. I am very, very shy. Like, I have to do like a little test inside my head what I'm gonna talk or something like that. I always
That
get
sounds
huge
stressful.
anxiety when I have a plan to talk with someone.
So the fact that she tried to talk with new people despite this anxiety
Hell
just
yeah.
shows how much
Tough.
effort she's willing to put into her streaming game. Lastly,
Octopus
her natural
bell.
gift of switching between Japanese and English.
Oh, god damn it!
Bro, her clipper's working overtime.
While Pikamee remains humble about being not good at speaking English or not the strongest speaker in Japanese, it doesn't take away from the fact that she acts as an amazing bridge between both cultures. The fact that you're live
Old
streaming,
Spice, baby.
explaining Japanese sayings to the English viewer, and then in the next second explaining an English
Fucking
meme to
Terry
the
Crews.
Japanese audience, man, oh man,
Skill.
we are seeing a masterclass in linguistics playing out right before our eyes.
Fuck me! Fuck me!
Hey, yo.
As a friend!
There we wait.
In my humble
Wait.
opinion though, the last piece of this Exodia is Pika's comedic timing with misfortune and her ability of using it to her favor.
Why am I in here? Maybe if I hold this, I can land easily.
I don't think so.
San, ni,
Each. Oh, she can fly.
woo! Suge! Holy fuck! I'm flying! I believe I can fly. Where am I? What the?
Now, I kind of want to transition and talk about when attracting this misfortune was too much for Pika. And yes, I'm talking about the Feb 2023 Hogwarts Legacy situation. To be honest,
That
I
bullshit.
really debated
This is literally the first time I found out who Pikamee was through this bullshit.
on how to cover the situation. Because I have so much respect for Pika, the only thing I'll be really showing in this section was a heartfelt message from Keisan.
あのね、そう、Vtuber ははけ口じゃないよ。ダメだよ。うん。自分の好きな姿になって好きなことをしてる人たちなんです。応援したいなら応援する。そう思えないならスルーする。それでよくない？そう。パパにも言ってやりたい。なんかこいつ私の考え方とちゃうな。スルーしよう。
Just ignore
よ
them.
くない？
Hmm.
それができれば多分みんな幸せになるのに。
I don't know about that one, Pops, because what if your philosophy's fucked up? I don't know about that one. I think that varies, but yeah.
スルーすることでお
If
互
you
い
ain't doing nothing wrong, then yeah, ignore
辛
him.
くないじゃん。見たくないものは見ない。インターネットってそれができるからいいんじゃないの？
This was super meaningful coming from Keisan just because of all she dealt
Yeah,
with
she's been through
from
a
her
lot of
past
shit, too.
experiences at Hololive and from the fact that she's very close friends with
Keisan was in
Pika.
Hololive?
Looking at all this past
I don't know
information
anything
about
about that.
Pika, I didn't even see 1 ounce, a droplet of Pika being malicious or wanting to hurt a group of people. It honestly makes me so angry for Pika, but overall it just makes me even more sad because the internet was a place of love and acceptance for her at one point.
Thought that people on the internet is gonna be so mean and people saying that you're not funny like that. But turn out everyone is really nice and always having such a great time every time in here.
I thought the internet will be more scary place.
It is a scary
imagine
place.
myself that people will tell me, "Ugh, ugly, get out of here." I thought internet is more toxic. Thankfully, a lot of people are so sweet, and now I am addicted of streaming, and I can't get out.
Now the internet
I
is
can't
not
get
enough
out.
for her, and it breaks my heart to see this joy taken away from such a good person. One thing I want to make clear in this video is that Pika didn't graduate because of the harassment she dealt with during the Hogwarts Legacy shitstorm.
突然なんかがあって急に卒業しますみたいな感じになったわけではないってことは言っときますね。
Yeah, I thought a lot of people thought, me included, we all thought that she graduated because of the Hogwarts shit. But no, she graduated on she's planning on leaving a long time ago.
もうだいぶ前から。
She was gonna leave a long time ago.
Pika's graduation was already established long before the Feb 2023 Hogwarts situation, and this is backed up by the point that the March Vom's Park pop-up that included her merch would have taken a couple of months to set up. Additionally, Nichi Sanji's Pomu shared that Pika DM'd her about her graduation situation back in Jan 2023 or late 2022. So putting all the pieces together, this was the situation. Pika connects with Vom's agency in late 2022, early Jan 2023 that she plans on graduating. Feb 2023 is when the whole Hogwarts drama happens. And then March 1st, 2023 is when she announced her official graduation. It's easy to say that Hogwarts was the instant causation of her graduating, but that is complete misinformation. It may have sped up her graduation timeline, but I want to reiterate that Pika did not all of a sudden want to graduate because of that situation. But before I start offending you soy boys, I want to highlight Pika's accomplishments.
Losers.
Firstly, she overcame the chat friend zone.
Chat friend zone?
Here it is.
The hell is a
My
chat
time to
friend
shine.
zone?
I am sorry. Thank you so much for asking, but I am everybody's Pikamee, and I can't be someone's Pikamee. I am so sorry.
W response.
Always I wanted to say this. Thank you.
W
I always
response.
wanted to do it, but my chat is I love Pikamee as a friend. Fuck yeah, Nuzzle!
Secondly, she created some timeless friendships.
Well, Pikamee, I hope that wherever you go, people love you and treat you with so much kindness because that's all you deserve.
Yeah. Thank you so much, and also thank you so much for making my VTuber so much fun because I had you guys, and thank you so much, Tayo.
W friends. W friends, I'm gonna cry. You're not crying. I'm crying. I'm not crying. You're crying. Ah!
Lastly, she found people from all over the world that accepts her for who she is.
Now I have people who likes me who I am, That I can be truly to be myself. That I like games, anime. I'm socially awkward, but still people enjoy my content. So I'm just so glad about it.
It's good
Pikamee,
content.
you have inspired a whole new generation of VTubers, taught the world what kindness looks like, and entertained
Return my
millions.
tears.
Now everybody, say it with me. I love Pika as my girlfriend, and she has boing boing.
I just want to say thank you so much for everything that what about you guys? I could have done anything. So thank you so much, Daya. You guys are awesome, and you guys are my everything. So yeah, let's pika. Bye bye, bye bye, bye.
Great video. Shout out to Yemen, man. These videos are so. Is his name Yemen or Yeman? Yeman. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say Yai Man. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments below. This is a great video, man. Definitely loved hearing all this information about Pikamee. RIP to her 07, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Streets and all videos over. Bye bye.